Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlays89. Welcome to City Skylines 1. We're in Old Samville today, and I have a plan. I would like to sync the railroad, and adjust this whole area. I'm not entirely satisfied. This doesn't make any sense for that to be there. So what I want to do is I want to sync the railroad. And it'll be a project, but I think it'll look really good as we get it done. So what I'm going to do is once these trains pass through, I'm going to pause the game. Let's get out of this menu. Once these trains go through, and I'm going to pause the game and we're going to get to work. So what I'm going to do, let's wait and pause the game. So what I want to do is I want to draw this back just a little bit. Let's just start about right here. Okay, so we're gonna delete you, and then we're going to do this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our terraforming tools, and we're gonna grab, let's keep our brush strength at about 5, our brush size about 95, and what we're gonna do is right click down just a touch, I think a little more, something like that. All right, now we're gonna grab our level terrain, and we're going to right click right in the middle, and we're going to just do this. And I'm gonna make kind of like a pit almost. So basically what we'll have is, okay, we're gonna need to adjust that as well, which is totally fine. And we're gonna slope, we're gonna click our upper part of our slope, let's say about right here, and we're just gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So bar strength just a touch. Something like that, that'll be fine. And then we will come over on this side and grab the slope. And we'll actually, I'm actually planning on adjusting this whole couplet system down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this road. Like so. Get out of our bulldozer. Right click here, and we're just gonna slope that right like so. So, we have a trench, more or less. And now what we're gonna do is rejoin our railroad tracks. So we're gonna grab you. Let's just go about right here, and then we will do the same thing, about like that. And then let's just see if we can't get a nice curve here. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll just do something like this. And let's actually just join a little bit like that. And we'll do straight segment about right here. And then we will just grab and do that. It's bumpy and gross, and I'm not sure that I'm a fan of that. So let us just adjust our slopes a little bit. I'm gonna click you and just kind of make sure that it's nice and smooth. Let's actually delete this, and we'll pull our slope back a little ways. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's rejoin that. Oop, here we go. Got to get our straight segment in. And then let's do about right here. Oh, come on. No. That's fine. I think we'll go grab this. Yeah, I think we're in the clear. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. So now what we're gonna do is I want to kind of close up what we did. So let's grab once again our level terrain tool, right click where we want our height and just push it right back in. Now I'm not using any kind of anarchy mod for like a key wall. So what we'll have to just do is, honestly, we'll just have to live with the terrain the way it is, which honestly I think will be fine. And that's actually pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now, let's go ahead and then we'll grab our, let's grab our 4-lane right here. Something like, actually, let's just go, yeah, let's go about 20 units. Let's turn off our snap twos. Snap road guidelines, turn those bad boys off. And we're going to just do a little bit of this. All right. So now we come to the point where I'm going to rejoin or redraw our fun little 2 or 1-way segments. And we're going to just, let's draw one right here. Actually, I think what we'll need to do is this. We're going to do one right here, and then we're going to do one right here. All right, and that should be good. We're going to just grab our, oh, come on now. There we go. Then we're just going to switch those around. Like so. I wish that okay, I'm going to have to figure this out. What I think we'll do, we could honestly just probably put this as a straight segment. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I want. And then, since we have all that, we're going to just go straight here. I think what we'll do is let's actually go up 3 meters and do that. Yeah, that's fine. And we will just do that. And now we have a nice, beautiful curve. Let's do, could we get a road guideline? Let's turn our road guidelines back on. Yeah. Perfect. Actually, not perfect. Hold on. It's taking some patience, and that's okay. Because to kind of get what I want, I need to be a little more patient about it, which is totally fine. So let's go uppies. Let's go 6 units, actually 7 units, and then we will go 6 units. So I'm going to delete you, and we'll just go back down the way we need to. Okay. Really bumpy and gross, but that's okay. We can adjust it. Go down. What is that? Okay. Taking a little bit more than I was anticipating, but that's okay. That is alright. We'll just go 5 units, and then we'll just connect her up. And then I think what we can get by with is one of these. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind it. Let's go all the way down. Oh, that's actually higher than what I was wanting, but I think if we put it any lower, we'll have issues. So I think that's fine. And then let's just go here. And we'll do, let's go 15. Grab ourselves a simple curve with a road guideline. And we'll do that. And so now it's just a matter of directionality. We will do this. Have a little bit of like that. Actually, I want to make sure that this is not disgusting and gross. So what I'm going to do instead, let us then just go up 1. Oh, that's the wrong direction. We're going to go up 1. We're just going to do this, and then we're going to go down. How many is that? We have 11 and 6, so we're just going to go 5. Like so. I'm going to need to make sure this angle is the way that I want as well. Because the thing is, I need this to work correctly. Alternatively, what we could do is this. Let's kind of match the curve if we can. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So we're gonna go up. Let's go up. Gonna do. Let's go 5, and then we will go up. Actually, so that's fine. I don't mind it. Let's actually draw a right here, and then we will do that. So that's 7, which is totally fine. 7 again, totally fine. And we will just kind of go straight. And that'll be kind of a harsh turn, but what I think we could get away with. How many is this? That's 7 and 8. Let's draw that, draw that, delete that, and then we can make this a curve. Yeah, much better. But of course, we've got to come through here, change directionality, and now we have a little bridge, and it doesn't look terrible. So I'm happy about it. As our material sinks into the ground here, let's unpause the game. Yeah, look at that. So we have a solid end to the couplet system, which honestly, if I had mods, I could make this look a little better, but I didn't want to go that heavy into the mods. But our train is going under both of our overpasses, which is delightful. And we also have opportunity for more expansion out this way, which I think will be a good time. This could do with some tree work, and then probably what we'll do, let's just come through here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, terrain. Okay, so it's this right here that we don't want to add anything to. So what I'm going to do is you're gonna just add a little bit of commercial here, just so we can meet some of that demand. And then what I like the idea of doing is we're gonna come through and we're gonna just add some homes right here. Make sure all that is covered. Barely is, so we're just gonna scooch that on through. And I think we'll just delete you. Yeah, perfect. Why is that there? That doesn't need to be there. We don't need zoning right here. We're gonna delete that, undo zoning, and then I'll place some trees right around here when we go to detail. But that's the first project that I wanted to get done today. We might roundabout this after, like, at some point, but it's not, honestly, it's not busy enough to warrant any of that just yet. So we're going to leave it, and it'll be a good time, and people will love it. Water. Just gonna adjust this. It's just out of range, you silly goose. All right. So we have this whole area right here we can do something with. I think I like the idea of maybe having some sort of college campus, but I want to hold off because what I would like to do is come over here and begin thinking about how we're going to lay our roads out on the other side of the highway interchange. So we have our starting area right over this way. We have this whole tile that we can play with. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at this. Now, I'll need to do something similar to what I did over here, which is totally fine. Because if I don't, then we're going to have problems. And don't want problems. So what we're going to do, let's just start out with dirt roads for now. And that'll be a good time. So we're going to start with dirt roads. And then what we'll need to do is I'm going to grab our 4-lane again and just kind of centralize it as best I can, and then we're just going to go up, let's say 10 units here. Kind of eyeballing it to get it as close to, you know, parallel rather, as I can. And now what we can do, let's grab ourselves. Actually, what we could do is turn into a 6-lane, but I think we'll be fine for now. So let's find again our 2-lane. And there you are. We're just gonna go go 6 and 6. We're gonna need to do some fancy work right here. 3 by 3. Turn that around. I would like for that to be not okay. Okay, so the curved road tool gets us what we want. Beautiful. All right, so we have that, which is nice. And what I think we'll do, I'm not sure that I want to have a roundabout here because I want it to be a slightly kind of, I want it to be a little different, different type area, a little nicer. So what we're gonna do instead, let's come through here then, and we're gonna find a tree road with some sort of public transport. And I think I like the idea of the 4-lane road with tram tracks and trees. And I'll tell you why. Because I want to have tram infrastructure over here. Now, does this have bicycle lanes or no? I don't think it does. But this one does have bicycle lanes, but no trams. Now, what we could do is we could have a dedicated sort of tram system, like outside of the what is it called? The main thoroughfare, sort of ish. So what we could do theoretically is we could come through and have something like this. And let's find our trams. They're going to trams right here. We could have a tram track. And we could have it kind of something like that. Alternatively, we could have something like, do we have our pedestrian paths or pedestrian areas? We do. So we could do something like this instead. Or alternatively, what we could do, we could have something like this, and then we could have paths going toward it, or like a path going to it, and we could have just a little custom tram line going over into this area where I would like to place our tram station or tram depot. And that would probably go somewhere in this area, probably next to this bus depot right here. And then we could, you know, obviously figure something out. But just thinking about this, I kind of want to keep this right here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and, just so I don't forget, let's place ourselves some nice path work. I want to turn off everything. I want to, well, actually, let's keep that on. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go like this. And yeah, I mean, theoretically, what we could do is maybe have a up and over path. So I think we'll do, let's go, that's 24 meters. I just want 12. So we're gonna go 5 meters. Something like this. So people can get up and over. So we're gonna do another 5. 12. And we'll do something like that. So now we have that, which will be a good time. Now I'm wondering how we want to do trams and stuff, but we can figure that out after we worry about all this. But like I said, I want this to be a little bit fancier. So what we're going to do, let's just go out a little more. And then what we'll do is we're going to curve it right here, perhaps. I think that'll be a good time. And what I like the idea of doing is we're going to delete some of these roads and have ourselves a curve. So we're going to come off the curves. Wait, what do we have here? Okay, so we need to make sure that we are 5 from there, 5 from there. All right, then we're going to delete you, and then we can make ourselves a simple curve. And it worked out perfectly. It's like I know what I'm doing, sort of. We got a 5x5 curve, and then what I want to do is I think I like the idea of maybe getting some sort of road connection this way. So let's do that. So basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to set up our sort of like a big downtown area, you know? What I think I want to do, we're going to just continue this kind of out here. And since we have this connection down here, that'll kind of connect up. This road will kind of eventually go this way. And I think I like the idea of probably figuring that out soon as well. But what we have going for us is all of this. So I think what I want to do now, since we have kind of an idea of where we want to go, I would like very much to get trams in, like right now. So what I'm going to do is we have some tram track roads. We have all sorts of goodies that we can work with. But first things first, we need to get a tram depot. So the tram depot sends out trams to lines automatically when it's connected to a tram line, which is awesome. So what we're going to need to do is figure out a way that we can get this working over here. And as such, get tram lines in where tram lines need to go. Now, I want to think about how we can do this, because having the trams impact our roundabout would not be a good idea. So what I think we'll end up doing is have some sort of fun, like, tram highway situation. So let's actually go ahead and figure that out. Let's just go up. I think we could get by with maybe not going up all the way to 12, but perhaps 9. So we could have like an elevated tram type thing. Let's actually zoom this in really quick. Bloop, distraction. There we go. All right. So we could we have many things going for us, which I think will be a good time. But what I want to do, we need to figure out where the tram depot is going to go. This area is where I'd like it to go, but as you can see, there's quite the amount of traffic. So let's think about this for a moment. We need to get tram tracks roads, because that's what we're going to be working with. So I think I like the idea of getting the 2-lane tram tracks. Yeah, a 2-lane road with tram track will be the ticket for us for now. So let's go all the way back down. Perhaps we could put it. Am I sold on the idea of having it next to the buses with how busy the bus depot area is getting? It's actually not too terrible, to be honest. What I think I like the idea of doing is that, actually. So what I'm going to do, I kind of want to put it at an angle just to be fun. So let's do that. Let's put that at an angle. So, tram depot. That is quite large, actually. It's bigger than what I thought it was going to be. What we'll do, we'll just do it and we'll figure it out. So let's add a road. Let's take that off. And we're just going to add a road here. Just so people, like service vehicles, can get to it. And we have no power, so we're going to need to do that. So that will just connect you back up. That'll be fine. And actually, I kind of like that. Actually, like, you know, it doesn't look terrible. Like, put it up next to the train line. I'll just need to remember to add some detailing work around that. So that's fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. We're going to detail a little bit of what we've done. Detail our train, our sunken train area. Detail our tram depot. And then connect everything up. We're going to connect our trams up to different areas. I think I like the idea of having the trams come through and then go out and through this way, and kind of hugging the highway, sort of. But, you know, that needs to be turned back on. Stop emptying. This does need to be emptied, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're going to figure this out. I'm going to time-lapse it. But before we time-lapse it, I'm going to come through and we're going to add water because it needs water. So, here's what we're going to do. Like I said, we're going to detail this little thing here. We're going to come through and connect our tram lineup and detail our tram depot. So, while that we've got a plan, I will get to that and I'll be back with you very shortly. welcome back. What I've done, let's go over that. Let's go over what I did. So, we just sunk our railroad, right? We added this wonderful couplet overpass bridge thing, and I just came through and I detailed with some rocks. I think that looks kind of good, actually. I'm really pleased with the way that this turned out. I had fences, but I don't think it made too much sense for fences to be there, so I took them out, and instead what I did was, if we turn around over here, I added fences all behind our commercial for safety. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because, like, it's a game, but at the same time, this stuff back here, kind of having that differentiation between where the railroad track ends and where the lots begin, kind of makes me happy. I'm glad that I did that. It makes sense to me. And then I have this wide open space here. What I think I might do is just have some like green space there. I don't want everything to be zoned in. I might plant some trees here or something, but we'll figure that out. If I zone it, I zone it. I'm not too worried about that. But what I had to do was I had to get a couple of cemeteries in because we were having death wave issues. So I did that. I have one here, and then I had one down here, as you can see. But let's keep going. And then afterwards, what I did was I came over to our brand new installed tram depot, and I just kind of added some prop works around it. I added a fence. I forgot which fence this is, but I like it because it's got the angles at the top, so kind of dissuade people from doing things. I like this office building here. I had kind of like how we did with the bus depot, have an office building to kind of be like the administration for the tram department or whatever. And then, but yeah, like I said, I added some fences around it, and I came back here and I expanded on the prop work just a little bit. I'm a little sad that I couldn't get it as close as I wanted to, but like honestly, it just looks like a nice extension of the asset, just some dirtification. Then I added some tree brush, low foliage, I believe is what it's called. It's just a collection of like bushes and grasses and whatnot. But then after that, I just sprayed some trees down, and I think it works. It's not too busy. Our trams aren't running right now because we don't have the need for it. But what I did after that is we added ourselves a tram road, and then it splits off into our single tram, or our 2-lane tram track. And if we follow it all the way down, we have this beautiful overpass, which works out perfectly. That's really cool. I like that. And then we just kind of came down here. We connected up with this stop that we made last episode, or earlier in the episode, not last episode, and to kind of prepare the way for what we're going to do in our next episode. So, with all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate all the love and support. Your likes, comments, and subscribes. They all mean a ton. They all help the channel a bunch. So, now here at the end, I want to take a moment to invite you to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, that's fine too. With all that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.